Put the fucking mic on.
All right, let me set the stage for you, Javon. So you guys will find out who Javon is here in a second.
Real quick in a hurry.
So I take you to, let's just say the scenario is we get invited to a motorcycle event and I end up flying you down there and because I need your help. All right. So this is the scenario. And let's just say it happens to be Daytona Bike Week. All right. And I just want to get your take. So I get you down there. So obviously I feel like you'd be like, this is badass.
Yeah.
And then once you get there, I have arranged for you through my connections because Harley has given me a brand new 2026 Limited.
Sweet.
And they're like, ride this mofo round and have fun with it. And we end up at the Daytona Speedway and we ride 2 up there because that's how we roll because we got to get your bike.
Yeah.
All right. And we get your bike and it's a brand new, and the Harley reps are there and they're like, hey, Javon, here's your bike. Enjoy it, man. Brand spanking new. It's all you. Do whatever you want. And I'm getting a finger from Lurch.
Because I know where you're going.
You don't even know where I'm going.
Oh, yes, I do.
And
yes, I do.
So then we get your bike and you're all stoked and we pair our Cardo Pack Talk Edge from the Law-Abiding Biker store so we can talk.
Right.
And we're all happy. We're in fucking Daytona because it's cold back here. There's bikinis everywhere and everything's fun and exciting. And then do you feel like it would be appropriate to then, as we pull out of the speedway, to get on your headset and the first thing you hear is, hey, this sucks, dude. I really need my extended shift pedal. And this seat, God damn it, I wish I had my seat for my bike. And, I wish I had this. And this is going to be so much more comfortable. Instead of just be like, dude, woo! This is fucking badass. We got a free bike from Harley Davidson. We're in Daytona. Let's ride. True story.
Man.
And
in my defense, all I was saying was, this is a great bike. It could be better for me.
But it wasn't your bike, though.
I know.
Thank you.
That's kind of what he's getting around to.
Thank you. Free bike from Harley in Daytona. No, it was a funny story. It's the first words that came out of my mouth. I was like, well, that's a first world fucking problem. Like,
yeah,
Jesus Christ, how about we just be thankful here? Oh, Lurch, he knew about halfway through that story, he knew where I was going.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I think he did that on purpose just so that you can have the story.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Trying to create content. Thank you, Javon.
He's being nice to you about podcast 3. He's going to gang up on you like I do. True story, people. So feel free in the comments to tell Lurch that, he needs to be a little more appreciative of the things that are given to him in this life. Just staring at me, dude. Okay, that was...
Before we get rolling too hard here, the mid-roll for HogWorks, I don't see it in our... because that's new, I don't see it in the show notes anywhere. You might have it somewhere.
I do not.
Okay.
I won't be able to find it, so it's probably in the sponsors folder and stuff like that, wherever we did it, or Evernote or something like that.
Okay, I'll find it.
Hey, by the way, the audience that's watching, I'll tell you in a second, but if you're listening later in regular podcast format, or just listening, in podcast, we're going to try to cut out the delays, but I got one arm and it's my left arm to use and I got to reach across and do the mixer. And so if you see me, I'm not tweaking over here. I'm literally trying to reach across and run all this stuff with like at least 1.5 arms. So I'll tell you why in a second.
You're doing better than me. I probably would have forgotten that I was injured and lifted it up the wrong way. And yeah.
Well, I hope that I can maintain this. Javon is sitting on one right now. You want to ride longer?
You know it.
Are you tired of a sore and achy ass?
Who isn't?
Fix it with a high quality butt buffer seat cushion. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store. Check out our full line of butt buffer seat cushions. And of course, we've got them right here in the Law Abiding Biker studio. Not only are they good for your ass on your motorcycle, they are very comfy right here for long periods.
Yeah, it's actually, I kind of might get some of these for around the house.
I do.
Dude.
I actually use one at my kitchen bar, when I'm sitting there working.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
They're legit. They are legit.
I feel like I'm floating a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real nice.
we got us a email here. Okay. It looks like. Is it a voicemail or an email?
It's
an email.
Yay! Okay. I got mail. Yay!
And it's actually a email reviewing the Wilbur's Nevomat suspension, and it is a 5-star review from Lockie Irby is the name. And they say, I recently installed the Wilbur's Nevomat suspension on my 2022 Street Glide ST and purchased the kit from the law-abiding biker store. Smart. We're the #1 reseller of Wilbur's in the U.S. and probably the world.
Yep.
Maybe not Germany, but everywhere else.
Yeah.
He says, after about 600 miles of riding since the install, I can confidently say the difference is night and day. The bike cord is extremely true now and feels far more planted and stable. Roads that used to beat me up on my normal rides are no longer an issue. Bumps that used to punish me are now barely noticeable. The overall ride quality is dramatically smoother and more controlled. If you're considering upgrading your suspension to Wilbur's Nevomat suspension, it's absolutely worth it. Huge improvement in comfort, handling, and confidence on the bike. Big thanks to the Law-Abiding Biker Store for making the process easy and getting me set up with an outstanding product.
Lockie Irby, thank you so much for the feedback. We love it. I assume he went over to Law-Abiding Biker. Oh, this is just for you pulled it from a review. Okay, yeah. And we appreciate all the reviews. That people are taking the time in the Law-Abiding Biker Store to actually, you'll get a follow-up email when you purchase a product. And the fact that you take the time to fill out those reviews absolutely mean the world to us. It really helps us to know we're selling a good product, that it's backed. And then we, bikers hearing from other bikers aside from us, of course, in there. A lot of people read through those reviews and they're very helpful. So thank you very much for that. Hey, Bikeaholics, 03D has a wide variety of innovative products for your Harley-Davidson and a brand new line for the all-new Honda Goldwing named Gold Strike.
I like gold.
Top quality, affordable chrome lighting and comfort products. Zero Gold Strike are the motorcycle LED lighting innovators for CAN bus plug-and-play system compatibility. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store. Check out our full line of 03D products. HogWorks, killing it. We met up with some folks we know over at HogWorks when we were in Daytona, and that was our first in-person meet. Of course, we're so happy to have them as a sponsor, and we're adding more stuff to our store. Remember, if we don't have it listed, we are a dealer, and we can get it for you. And, of course, you're supporting us, and we can get you all the benefits that you should get through the Law-Abiding Biker Store. Free shipping over $100, no tax if you live outside Washington State, and, of course, your patron discount code. Well, HogWorks, the reason we like them, they build motorcycle parts the way bikers want them, clean fit, quality finish, and customer service that actually answers. Of course, we answer those too. We run their gear on our own Harleys. Check out our full selection of HogWorks products in the Law-Abiding Biker Store. All right, and Lurch, looks like you got some store items to promote.
Absolutely. We've just added the Drag Specialties Fork Slider Rebuild Kit for the 99mm. That's a Showa front end on a lot of the bikes, especially the touring bikes. We actually used this kit when we installed progressive suspension on my 2014 Road Glide. And it's a great kit. It comes with everything you need. It's the seals, it's the dust covers, it's all the springs and space. I mean, it's everything. New screws, everything. It's a complete kit. So we've added that in there. So if you're buying Oleans or Wilbur's or Progressive or Legends from us, now we can offer you that rebuild kit.
Nice. And I'm looking at the listing. Make yourself a note that the rebuild video needs to be embedded at the bottom of there absolutely. So that people can see how to rebuild their forks.
And if you go to any of our suspension, front suspension, you'll find a hyperlink from that to this kit. So it makes it easy for you if you're buying front suspension.
Good call. I'll talk about these since we just released the video.
Go for it.
This is the Figarati reusable performance magnetic oil filter for all Harley-Davidson 1991 to present. We just literally dropped that video. This is live with our beloved patron members. So you're getting it first. It will have been out for a while when this comes out in regular podcast format, but we dropped it this morning. It is blowing up. I've been trying to keep up on the comments. I knew when I saw this product that it was amazing. I knew it would sell. I knew it's a no-brainer. I knew why bikers would want it. I needed to relay that, which I think we did a good job of. We shot the video this week, and I put a rapid edit on it, and we got it out as of today. They're already listed in the store. Again, this is a reusable performance magnetic oil filter. I'm not going to get into it in depth right here. What I will tell you, since you guys are getting at it first, I would go watch that video. It is the #1 on the channel right now. and or the most recent, I should say, or head over to LAB-Binding Biker Store, scroll to the bottom, just look for Figarati Reusable Performance Magnetic Oil Filter, however you want to search that. Scroll to the bottom of that listing. The video is embedded there, as with many of our listings. And there's a lot of cool products that I get to see and use and test, but I got to see this pre-production or when it was in production phase. And as soon as I saw it from Carrie, the owner of Figarati, I was like, bro, I want that fucking now on my bike. And it's just aesthetics are the very small part of it. It's a huge part of it because Carrie, if you don't know his background, he was a jewelry designer and loved Harleys and bikes. And so he brought his design expertise into Harley, and that company, as we are scaling extremely fast, we're doing it together too in a certain aspect. But yeah, go look at it. There's a bunch of different colors to choose from. Once you watch the video, you'll understand. Again, I'm not going to go in depth here. We are going to do a podcast episode follow-up. Maybe next week we'll record it, but we're going to go over everything that we go over in that video in a little more depth. And we've had some frequently asked questions as of this morning that I'm compiling. We'll do a video and also we'll incorporate that into the podcast, but I cannot recommend the product. You'll understand when you watch the video why you're like, yeah, save money. It's better for your bike, better flow, better filtration, looks amazing. You never have to buy another oil filter the life of your bike. It's just so many things, the amount of magnets that are in there. But again, I don't want to make this episode about that. I just wanted to promote the product, but you guys can tell when I stall on a product like that, how excited I am about that product. And so yeah, go check that out. And then what else we got, Lurch?
We've also added the Figarati axle nut covers. So these are colored, especially for the 24 and newer. I think it's just stainless on the 23 and older, but you can cover up your axles and match your Figarati dipsticks with a very stylish colored axle cover. And
of course, you guys know I like the gold.
Oh,
and so there's just no way that you can't, like with gold PSR adjustable lever ends. And then I've now got the gold Figarati magnetic dipstick, which you should run your magnetic dipstick in combination with this filter. I go over that in the video. So I've got the gold Figarati magnetic dipstick, then the gold magnetic oil filter. And then of course I got to go with the front axle gold from Figarati front nut covers. And
you don't want your nut to be uncovered.
Dude, who doesn't want some gold nuts too, dude? Some gold nuts. Who doesn't want those, dude? If you can scream gold, it's if you got gold nuts, dude. And a grill. Okay.
Speaking of the Figarati oil filters, Javon and I had communicated with Derek Murray. He was in the private chat right here, and he was asking about your video coming out and whatnot. I see he just purchased one, so he's got one coming his way, Derek does.
Dude, you're going to fucking... Just wait till you touch that thing, huh? You really got to touch it and get it in person. The video looks great, but you got to once you touch it, you're like, I need that in my life. I need that in my life.
And we're getting a whole lot of welcomes to Javon.
Nice. That's what this episode is about, by the way.
But, Graham Jenkins is already starting some shit in here.
Graham, God damn it.
Graham, if you notice,
messing around.
The hat that I'm wearing in the most recent video, not the most recent, but the Daytona Beach video, you'll see I'm wearing a Jenkins trucking hat.
Straight up.
But if he keeps giving me shit, I might have to throw that thing away. Anyways, he says, Javon, just some advice. Don't use the washroom after Lurch, especially if he's eating healthy.
Yep. Very, very true. Good advice.
It's accurate, in all honesty. I can't deny it. I've been known to punish some porcelain.
Yes, he does. Javon, I didn't want to say anything. I'm just going to let him learn on his own time.
We're going to be working together 5 days a week.
When Lurch leaves the
bathroom, we're going to learn a lot about each other.
45, 60 minutes. Just even if you got to take a dump, go run up to Starbucks or something because it ain't pretty.
I think of it. I'm a grunt, and my background. Y'all learn more about me. Yeah. I've been through a lot worse, and I've smelled a lot worse.
Yeah,
so I'm a little bit desensitized.
Yeah, that's true too.
Stuff like. Plus, I got 9 kids, so I mean,
you've probably sat next to guys while they're shitting, right?
Oh yeah.
Javon's like, whatever.
Sure.
No dividers.
I've buried poop in holes in the middle of the desert. I've done all type of stuff. So.
Yeah, true. So it's probably not a big deal.
Yeah,
it's probably kids play.
Yeah, and then Ross Tome says, "Welcome, Javon. I better get a good time in every box." So I haven't told Javon this yet, but every time that we create a package and put stuff in it in the LAB-Binding Biker store, we add one free good time in each box. So we got to make sure that we get those good free times.
People feel them when they open the box.
I'll add a couple extra for you.
Ross, you're getting a couple extra good times.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. A couple guys, I saw comments today and they're like, damn you, Ryan, on the comments, because they're always joking on YouTube. They're like, I just didn't know I needed to buy something else for my bike right away. I just bought this. And they're like, God damn it, I need one of those oil filters. Well, and it's all in good fun and joke. And I said, I'm really sorry, but when I see good products, I gotta tell people about them. But I said, I gotta wait till next month or whatever, and I get it. But I just want to remind everybody, for some time now, integrate it into the Law Abiding Biker store or shop pay installments. And so if you do need it in your life right now, there is a way to get it. And you now have the option to buy the products right now from our store, knowing you can pay in 4 equal payments and they are interest free. And a lot of people take advantage of that and use that. And certainly that's a way, especially if you want to get out real quick or you're headed on a trip, you need it now, but you want to pay for it later. It's a really good opportunity in there. And again, a lot of folks are taking advantage of that. I suppose I will tell you guys about my arm here in a minute, but I figure we better get this show on the road. Welcome back, you freaking bikeaholics. This is the podcast for the motorcycle majority, the Big MM, also known as the
99%.
Large, in charge of the motorcycle scene by being here, by listening. You're part of what we call the hashtag
Biker Revolution.
One question before we get started. What are you waiting for, bikeaholics?
Mount up and let us take you on another wild-ass ride.
There you go. Ryan Urlacher here, your host of the Law Abiding Biker podcast and your
high-tech redneck.
So I'm handling everything as you heard there, trying to handle everything with one arm. I'll tell you real quick, because I've been meaning to do a video on it, because a lot of people have caught wind somehow, or maybe they saw a picture of me with it or something. I don't know how, but anyways, you can see I'm in a brace and it is my right arm. So I'll probably talk more about it on a video at some point, just a story time with Ryan, because there's a story behind it. Mm-hmm. Essentially, it's I just got out, I think, as of yesterday, 7 days out of rotator cuff surgery. Again, there's a story. It is motorcycle related because I ride enduro and adventure and street. It was enduro related.
I was going to tell him we arm wrestled during my interview.
That might have did it too, dude. You're surprised you didn't do my other arm and just really get me up, dude. Just that could have been it too. That's actually a better story. But anyways, so I had a rough year last year. I had a great year. Did a shitload of riding enduro, but so this actually happened at the end of 25, and I had broke my ankle earlier that season and was out for a little bit of enduro. Minor break of the ankle. But anyways, then this came and I put it off the surgery for some reasons, because I had some obligations. Anyways, again, I'll do a video on the YouTube channel. It'll be a good story time, but nonetheless, I am, in a brace for like the next 7 weeks now. I guess I got shaved 1 week off and then I go into physical therapy. I time this so that I am out of motorcycling for a little bit, which kills me because Javon and Lurch over here, being the assholes they are riding every day and rubbing it into the store.
I have to say, I have to give Javon credit because on Monday morning was cold. It was probably just above freezing. And I was being lazy. I just jumped in the truck and I came down the store and he rolled in on his bike.
He went up to you?
Yeah. I said,
right away, day one.
Right away.
I like it.
Well, as long as there's no ice on the road, I'm riding.
Yeah, buddy.
And I just said, you made me feel like a puss.
I'm glad you made him step up at his game.
Yeah. So I've been on the bike. And it's been gorgeous the rest of the week.
Yeah, it has.
It's been nice.
Yeah.
It has. So I'm just teasing that they've been rubbing it in. They haven't. But I do envy them. But I will be back, and then once I get into physical therapy, but I timed it so that we could at least do our 18 state ride Northeast, shoot our doc film. I'll be very well to ride street for sure by then, and I'll be approaching being able to get back into hard enduro. I'll work hard at physical therapy and stuff. But anyways, that's why I'm operating everything with one hand right now. And with that said, it's been a long week, because when you own a business, you don't just get to call in sick and sit at home. The business must go on. And I am delirious though. I am fairly delirious.
In all fairness, you could, if you chose to take a little bit of time and maybe not pump the content out, but that's not how you roll.
Correct.
We could keep the store going,
yes,
and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
But that's not in your nature to sit still. So,
and as a business ner, you're like, we got a shitload of inventory sitting on the shelves in Figarati oil filters, and I got, it's just that's how every business owner is. Or you wouldn't be a very successful business owner.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
if you're just
absolutely.
like, fuck it, But you're right. It's my drive too. But I'm not going to lie to you. It's been a very difficult week. I hope I haven't shown it much because I'm not sleeping. I'm sleeping.
I've known you long
up.
enough. I can see a little bit here and there, but no, you're doing quite well.
Yeah. I'm keeping it together, but I'm always happy when we get to do this. So it takes the stress off, but I will get better in time. So anyways, we love, this is a patron member only live broadcast and chat. And we love our patron members. We've been having a lot of people sign up. We dropped part 2 of the doc film up in Canada. It's live on the channel. And whenever we do one of those, it inspires people to get involved with the amazing community we've built here. And so we want to thank, we've got some new patron members, lots of new ones, but we want to at least thank 3 of them here.
We'd like to thank David Barmaster of Macedon, New York, John Scott of Cortland, Ohio, and Christopher Bark of West Seneca, New York.
Very much appreciate that. lawabidingbiker.com/Patreon, Patreon. You sign up for a monthly pledge amount. You get to choose the benefits that you want to receive. And there are a plethora of benefits such as t-shirts and stickers. You get access to the private Facebook group. It is a troll-free zone. It is nothing but bikers helping and connecting with the other bikers in there. You get access to live video broadcasts and chat like this, podcast early, oftentimes months before everybody else. You get access to the premium videos up on request, of course, access to the ride meetup at events, and your year-round patron member discount code. So, no better time here in 2026 to get signed up. Lurch, do you want to go over the patron ride meetup and event details up in Canada for sign up? Is it? It's not deadline yet, is it? Okay.
It's still not in Canada.
I'm trying to keep track. Sorry.
You tried to
Northeast. Yeah.
You tried to move to Canada last podcast
I did.
as well.
I did.
So the official 2026 Law Abiding Biker Patron Meetup and Ride will be Sunday, July 26th. We're going to meet in Henrietta, New York at around 11 a.m. at an undisclosed location that will be forthcoming. We'll meet and greet for about an hour. Kickstands will be up around noon for an easy 1.5 hour ride into the Buffalo, New York area to an undisclosed location for a meal social event, and we will lead you there. The event will be over around 5 p.m. You must be a mid-tier or above patron no later than April 1st, so get signed up.
Ooh, that's coming up.
As possible. Yes, it is. You can go to lawabidingbiker.com/2026 meetup for that sign-up form. You can't sign up anywhere else, not in the Facebook group. There is a chat going for that event, but that's just for people to communicate and share. You actually have to use that link, the /2026 meetup to sign up. Deadline for the sign up is May 1st, 2026, with no exceptions. That gives us time for planning and logistics and verify attendees' Patreon status. Please don't sign up unless you're 100% positive that you can attend, because many logistics and expenses go into planning these events. After sign up, you'll receive 2 emails. One will be the preliminary information, and the second one will be for you to opt into an email list. You must opt into that email list because that's the only way we'll be communicating with you leading up to the event. If you don't see the email, make sure to check your junk or spam folder, as it will likely be there. After the sign up deadline of May 1st, shortly thereafter, you'll receive an email with some updated information about the event. The final email will be sent to you the day before the actual event, with the morning meetup location. Again, get signed up at lawabidingbiker.com/2026 meetup. We hope to see you there.
Nice. Couple new free videos. I was shocked how much these LED bag blades changed my Harley. Of course, this is the new video. We've got them for the pre-24s, old variant design. Now we've got them for the 24 to present. And y'all know the bag blades. They're amazing. They're sleek. They're sexy. We've got them on our bikes. That video's up. Lurch will put it in the show notes, lawabidingbiker.com/whatever episode number this is. And also, I said you'll put it in the show notes, so it will be there. Oh, podcast, wherever you're listening, it'll be in the notes there too. And then Innovative Solutions storage bags for Harley, smart, affordable motorcycle organization. They are back in stock. I did a video on it, and we blew them out, and we kept ordering them and kept ordering them and kept ordering them, and we bought the guy, the owner out, and then he got backed up, and then we finally caught up, right, Lurch? and we'd have them back in stock, but they do go quick. It's such a affordable, simple solution to replace. We've got a bunch of different ones, but the tool organizers for the bottom voids of your bags. We've got the tethers. Replace that useless tether that just holds your lid when you open your bag. Why not replace that with something? It's like 4 little screws, and now you get pockets on both sides to put your medication, glass cleaner, keys, whatever. And then we've got some other great stuff from them. But Lurch will put it in the show notes, and I did a video on it going over all this. So those videos doing very, very well. All right, so main topic today, guys, sitting in front of us here. We're going to talk to Javon Burke here. If you guys, to give you a little bit of background, if you haven't been following, we did some videos and stuff. When we were originally going to add to the team, we are scaling at a massive rate. In fact, just to give you an idea, Lurch and I were looking this morning, and let's just talk about butt buffers. Sales are up this year to date, 385% on butt buffers. Oh, wow. That's just one product. So we appreciate that, the community, and also we're doing more content than we've ever done, and we're adding more products to the store, so that all takes into account, right? But so what I'm saying is we're scaling at a really, really fast rate, and it may not be long before we even do another employee. We're just kind of monitoring that. But we put out for a video, and we put out on I don't know what service we used. Forget.
Indeed.
Yeah, Indeed. For an assistant store manager with growth track, just full store manager within a year. We had some great applicants. Then we had a handful make it to final interview. And here we are. As you can see, the rest is history. We chose Javon. Now, this is Javon's very first week. So this is day 5. He started Monday, and this is Friday at the time we're recording this. And so I know some about Javon, but I want you guys to learn about Javon, and then I'm going to learn more through this process, Lurch and I. Because Javon is, you guys, obviously he's going to be on videos. He's going to be on the podcast. He's going to be, if you're a walk-in customer, probably highly likely that he's going to be the one greeting you. And so we want you guys to get, or your emails. He's already answered a bunch of emails. Absolutely. And he's already, talked to patrons, right? Some of those emails were patrons. So he's being integrated very, very quickly. And we'll talk about that, because this week he got to experience a lot of things, but I kind of want to save that. I kind of want to start with him, and then we can get into what your week was like here and that kind of stuff. So welcome, Javon Burke.
Thank you.
To the podcast. We need something for that. There we go.
Oh, yeah. I love a good round of applause.
Yeah, buddy. All right. So here we are. Javon, let's just start with, I want to go back let's just start with basically get into what you want. We'll kind of keep it a little bit broad. You can get into what you want, but I kind of want to know, let's start with, where you're born and raised, and kind of where do you, went to school, and then how we ended up, through life to the different paths we took.
Okay, right on. Yeah, all right. So first of all, thank you all you guys thank you law-abiding biker family for welcoming to the team. And it's been quite an experience. But I'm from Richmond, Virginia. That's where I was born and raised. I was born in 93, so I'm still young. I turned 33 in a few weeks here.
Dude, Javon.
Yeah.
I graduated high school in 92. You just made me feel old, man.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, dude.
Oh, my God.
Me too.
So well, adding some young talent to the team.
Yeah,
that's all right.
It's good.
But yeah, born in Richmond, Virginia, and raised there. I was raised by a single mother, my beautiful mother, Jacqueline Carrington. Shout out to you, Mom, if you're listening to this. I highly doubt it, but whatever. So I went to Highland Springs High School. That's where I graduated out of, and then later on in life, let me back up a little bit. Enlisted into the military after having a few kids. I've been a father since I was 14 years old, so started quite early. And like I said earlier, my stream is just getting stronger, but I got that fixed. So we don't got to worry about
no more.
Got to worry about adding more kids to the team. But I have 9 kids, a beautiful wife, and blended family. But I enlisted to the military. Like I said, I started off as a diesel mechanic.
Army.
Yep, in the Army, United States Army, and I actually wanted to go into infantry first. However, the recruiter said because of my ASVAB score, I'm a lot smarter and I should be elsewhere. And so he duped me into, and yes, if you're listening to, screw you.
He probably,
I know he rides, from what I can remember. So screw you. Anyways,
he probably
like that,
he probably had a quota of mechanics he needed to hire. Right? He's
I
like,
feel
you're
like
too
that
smart.
was the
We
case.
need you over here.
Yeah, I had a high ASVAB score, but nevertheless, I wanted to go into the infantry because I had I feel like Liam Neeson when he said, you know, I have a very specific set of skills. And anyways, I believe in, you know, the Second Amendment, and I'm fairly nice with the weapon. So,
Yeah, buddy.
you know, started as off a mechanic, and then after quite some time, I want to say 4.5 years, I switched over to the infantry and found my home there. And in 2023, got medically retired, but in the midst of that process, I went to college and I got a degree in business management, and then also got a few certificates, real estate management, and a certificate in grants. So I'm a certified grant writer as well.
Oh.
So, and then now I lead a nonprofit called the HogWorks Association, and primarily we focus on helping you know, veterans and service members and their families, you know, kind of get on the brighter side of things in life. You know, right now we run a program called the Combat Kitchen Initiative, where we go to different cities throughout Washington State, and we feed, you know, the homeless, and, you know, give them supplies and resources and stuff like that. So that's one of our many programs and one of the things that we're working on. But yeah, I'm a country boy at heart, and as you can see, I always have my cowboy hat on, and I've interned quite a bit at Hart Ranch here in Yakima, Washington, and I'm either on a horse or a steel horse, which is what I call my motorcycle, my beautiful motorcycle Shelby. She's a Yamaha V-Star 1300, and she's a beaut, but she's not quite a Harley. I will admit I do miss my Road Glide. But I'll get back on one here soon, hopefully.
Yeah, for sure. And I told Javon when we were out here filming that whenever you want, you just leave your V-Star. You can take that 16 Dyna Lowrider S out for a while, dude. Just test. Yeah, just go ride it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I definitely will be.
So how many? I'm trying to figure that out. So you went in. How many years did you spend in the Army?
I spent 11 years.
I was trying to. Okay, yeah. So 11 years in the Army, and yeah. Got retired, and then so it's interesting to me, and we've talked about this, is because of where you were born and raised. Here you are in Yakima, Washington. Now, I do want to say Javon didn't move here for the position. He was already here, but you picked up and moved all your stuff, and this is where you decided after retiring, obviously, from the military, and you know, stuck your flag in the ground and said, this is home. Tell me about this and why and all that.
So there's a few factors in that. For one, we don't like to use the word step in my family, but my stepson, Liam, he's here in Yakima with his biological father. And then a few of my other kids are here in Washington in general, and 4 of my kids are in Virginia. But I'm not a fan of Virginia, which is why when they gave me the option to pick my first duty station, they give you like 3, you know.
Yeah,
and I picked everything that's the furthest away from Virginia, but still within the states. And for those of y'all who have any experience with growing up a little rough, sometimes you want to branch out and grow on your own. And that was a spiritual journey and a physical journey for me, you know, just getting away from home and learning my way and finding my way. But, you know, we ended up in Yakima because, for one, my stepson, and then for 2, I'm just a country head, you know. So, you know, I was trying to get as furthest away from, you know, the Tacoma, Lakewood area, Seattle area that I was stationed in before, and you know, wanted to, you know, find some land and do a little bit of ranching, you know, on the side. So this is where we found that I wouldn't say the greatest, but some great agricultural land around here, and hopefully we'll be finding our property here soon and starting the Burke Ranch.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. It's interesting, you know, wherever you live, you tend to, you know, we hear people around here, you know, you can tend to get just because we're humans and you adapt to your environment, and then you hear people talk shit. But I will tell you, I will back this area 100%. Does it have its flaws? Yes, but
everywhere does.
I have ridden all over the United States and up in Canada, and we'll finish the United States, but I've driven through a lot of those areas. I will tell you, by far, the Pacific Northwest, and that's not just because I'm here. I'm telling you, once you start branching away, you realize how blessed, especially as a rider, how unbelievable, or if you're into farming, or if you're into the mountains. I know other places have it, but the Cascades are really unbelievable.
Beautiful.
And out our back door, I've got adventure riding, enduro. I can run up the Yakima River Canyon, White Pass, Chinook Pass, Mount Rainier, Mount St. Helens. It's really God's country, and it's easy to forget. And I had forgotten a little bit until I really started long distance riding all over the US. And I was like, holy shit, go ride. And no offense to some of those states, I get it. Let me just use Florida as an example. And if you're from Florida, it's great. It's a wonderful state. I love it. Boring as a mother for riding motorcycles after you've ridden curvy ass twisty roads with fucking Rainier. Like you can reach out and touch it. Amazing. You can't
can't beat it.
You're at the, sea level, and Florida's straight road for 30 miles, and then you take a left turn, and then it's 30 miles of straight road again. And that's just, again, that's not if you're from Florida, those states, everybody lives where they live. I'm not putting them down. I'm just saying, because of here, it spoiled me. Had I just ridden in Florida, I probably wouldn't know what I was missing. But so you picked, I believe, and a lot of people, of course, the Yakima area, of course, like every city will have its problems, but Tacoma, Lakewood, holy shit, next level problems.
Yeah.
Like not even, so that tells us right away, of your intelligence level when you're like, you definitely weren't going to live there.
Yeah, absolutely.
What I mean? No, and nothing to those folks. We tease about the west side and the east side of the state. That by now. We banter back and forth. But most people that live over there are there because of career. And, we have a lot of people that live in California too that would love to get out of there, but they just can't because it's hard to replace their job. You know what I mean?
Or family, you're
or
just
family.
From that area,
it's hard. I get it.
Yeah, people get stuck in an area.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's financially hard to just move.
That too.
My biggest concern, since I was young, and was how can I put myself in the best position to lead my family? How can I put myself in the best position to inspire and encourage and take my family to the next level? And Yakima is one of the top places that I picked to do that. And it was a collective decision between me and my wife. And it's a great fit. We love it here. We haven't experienced none of those issues because we just, I wouldn't say stay to ourselves, but we stay away from issues like that. And
right.
And we're well defended for sure. So
and all cities, they're right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And like all places, they're isolated to more specific areas. Just like, there's the bad areas, there's the good areas. It's just like, but for farming and, what you want to do in the Burke Ranch and all that, it's, you picked a great place. And, anyways, we're glad to have you because we found you, so, let's talk. So let's talk a little bit more about your background on motorcycles specifically. Was it in the military that you got into motorcycles, or was it prior as a child?
It was, so I got psychologically into motorcycles as a child.
Okay.
I'm gonna put you under the bus, Mom, if you're listening, like I said. So, she had a boyfriend when I was younger, and he rode a Suzuki Katana. And I'll never forget that motorcycle. I was about...
Those are badass.
I don't know how young I was, but I remember it was burgundy. It was always clean. He had the loudest pipe on it, and I just remember when he used to pull up to the house, he used to call me Knucklehead. And then he'd be like, hey, what's up, Knucklehead? And I would always run out and run past him to look at his bike. And so that stuck with me. And so when it came time for the opportunity for me to, because in the military, specifically in the United States Army, I don't know about the other branches, but you can go through the MSF course for free on base. And so the opportunity came, and I volunteered to take that class, obviously. And after that class, my first choice of a motorcycle was a Suzuki Katana. Now, later on, I'm just like, maybe that wasn't the best option. Maybe I should have done a little more research. But it was a memory that stuck in my head from my childhood, and I was like, I had to have it. And so, now, fun fact, I went down on it as soon as I bought it. like the same day.
Most Katana owners can say that.
Yeah,
Not same day though. That's stepping it up.
Yeah,
it was
I went to pick it up, and then I hit a freaking it was pouring down raining. Like I said, I don't mind the rain at all, but it was pouring down raining, and let's just say the construction in the area got the best of me. I didn't watch where I was going. So, but anyways,
Did you know that Ed, my brother, had a Katana?
Did he?
Oh, wow.
Katana,
Yeah,
okay.
I used to ride one Katana.
We used to call it a can of tuna.
Yeah, can of tuna.
Yeah.
They're a fun bike,
That's
though.
about accurate.
Yeah.
I had a sports bike, and then one of my friends we'd always swap, and he had a Katana. So I
they
spent,
were cool bikes.
Yeah, they are.
I jumped straight from a Suzuki Katana. I had that for about a year and a half, and then I moved up to a Honda CBR 1000RR.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's a step up.
That was my baby. I called her Angel, you know.
Nice.
Because they give you wings, right? Red Bull gives you wings.
Yeah.
And I had Red Bull fairings on my my CBR, and it was a beautiful. If funny fact about Tacoma, it got stolen in Tacoma. And
weird.
Yeah. Funny. So it got stolen in Tacoma in 2023, right before I moved down to the Carolinas for a couple of years. And then I picked up my Harley Road Glide. I missed that baby for sure.
What year was that?
Road Glide.
That was a 2020.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
2020.
So your first Harley, you started out on the new frame and everything, so you get to see the best of the best.
Yeah. I missed it, but I sold that down in the Carolinas to pack up my family again and move here to Yakima, and then a neighbor of mine, he's a Marine Corps veteran, and he couldn't ride anymore. He had a V-Star handy, and he was like, "Hey, you want my V-Star?" And I was like, "Absolutely, I need to get back on two wheels," because for those of y'all who have been in service, whether it be in law enforcement or in the military, you know that riding can be one of your mental decompressions. And that was big for me, especially after my first deployment. So riding became my way, and this is before I got into horses. So riding became my way of decompressing. And my wife will tell you to this day, if I'm in a moment where I'm having issues mentally or psychologically because of things that I've been through and seen, she said, "You need to go for a ride. I got the kids, you go." And she will make me go for a ride because she know what that does for me. So shout out to you, baby. But anyways, that's just how I get through. And then also it's just a beautiful thing to be able to ride and become one with the machine. And so, yeah, that's a little bit of my background on motorcycles.
Okay. And obviously hooked. So we knew you had a passion for motorcycles coming into this thing. So we got a lot more with Javon. We want to take care of this real quick.
Hey, Bikeaholics, searching for new and exciting motorcycle products? Zero 3D has products you dream about for your bike. Check out their wide variety of innovative products for Harley-Davidson and Honda Goldwing motorcycles. Zero 3D's got your back with chrome parts, black parts, lighting, and other comfort products. No modifying, cutting, or grinding, or welding for an easy installation that equals less time installing and more time riding. Zero 3D has a design team of riders with over 40 years of experience with a passion for design and innovation. Zero and Gold Strike are the motorcycle LED lighting innovators for CAN bus plug-and-play system compatibility. They pride themselves on great customer service. Got a question? Get in touch with them via email at sales@zero3d.com or give them a call at 715-808-0027. Check out your local Harley or Honda dealership and ask for Zero or Gold Strike parts. A new leader has emerged, so check out Zero 3D's custom line of Gold Strike products for the all-new Honda Goldwings. Better yet, help support us and head on over to the Law-Abiding Biker store and check out our full line of Zero 3D products.
Yeah. All right. So we got a little background on Javon. You have any follow-up questions, Lurch, that maybe we need to dig into?
Well, just one, and it came from an event that occurred earlier this week. We were riding out here to the studio because it sounds like he's got a pretty good grasp of motorcycle and motorcycling, but maybe his luggage securement might require a little bit of work. So as you can all see on the live broadcast, Javon wears a cowboy hat and quite often wears it. And if you're listening later, it's part of his brand or look or whatever you want to say. It's what he likes to wear. Mm-hmm. So we were coming from the Law-Abiding Biker store and heading out here to the studio, which is 20-minute ride or so. Mm-hmm. But it involves a little bit of freeway, so you get up to speed. And we got on the freeway, and I looked back. I thought, well, he's kind of going a little bit slow. So I slow down and pull over, and I go, everything all right? He goes, yep, just making sure my hat's secure, because he came up with a system to secure his hat. He had a clip holding the top. It looked legit.
I wouldn't say system.
It was a system.
Like
it may have failed.
Get your hat to work.
It may have failed, but it was a system. So he had a pretty solid clip holding the brim of the hat on, and then a little leash or lasso, if you will, holding the lower part on. We were flying down the freeway, and I don't know why, but I just looked to my right, and I saw the hat flying through the air, and I thought, oh shit. But luckily, it didn't look like anybody ran it over. So we took the next exit, spun around, came back, rode along the highway, and finally found it alongside the road in good condition.
Yeah, pristine condition. Yeah. Other than little sprinkles of dirt on top, the feather was gone. That's unfortunate. But
the feather's gone forever, dude.
Yeah, the feather's gone forever. I've replaced it though. I got a little small one, and it's not as big as the other one. But I think and I hate to even say this because I might, let me knock on wood here, but I think it's the curse of the V-Star at this point. Because,
got a curse?
So the V-Star had bags on it when I got it.
Yeah.
I was going to the other side of the state for a bike night. And one of the bags flew off on the freaking freeway. Just, I don't know how it got loose or whatever, but one of the bags flew off, and I was like, great. Now I got to take off the other bag because it looks real janky with one bag.
Just one bag.
Dude. Yeah, so I took the other bag off. It's sitting in my garage right now, but and then now my hat just freaking flew off, and I'm like, oh my God, and this is my favorite hat. And it was actually my first cowboy hat. And I've been through some stuff with this hat, but you kind
of downplayed it too, then, because I was like, "What? Well, so what if we don't find it?" He's like, "I got more." No, that's I'm glad we found that one. It's sentimental. Okay, hat. Thank God we found it.
Yeah, this is definitely my favorite, and we found it. It was just sitting. There's a lot of stuff on the side of the road over there as well. So I'm glad,
was more than I realized.
I'm glad nobody just picked it up and took off with it. But yeah. It was interesting for sure, and I'm glad that you guys blessed me with a net to secure it after that, because I would have just had to walk home.
Yeah. I'm glad you found it. It's a great day one story. Was it day one or day two?
Day two.
Day two. That's right. Mm-hmm. Coming out here, we secured him a cargo net from the Law-Abiding Biker store, acquired from us, and that will hold the hat well.
Yeah,
I think. Sure. Yeah. So I got to ask you, any other follow up, Lurch, before I jump back in?
Not at the moment.
Feel free. Okay. Anytime you want. So you worked at a few different places, obviously, spent some time in the military. I just got to ask you, it's day 5, and we knew whoever we selected, like we were looking for certain things, and because things are chaotic around here. And in fact, this week went smoother than most weeks. I think it's because we're in the training, but it was still plenty busy.
Oh yeah.
We got a shitload of orders to fulfill and all that. But it can definitely get more chaotic, especially when there's parts, numbers, discrepancies, and some other things. We work with manufacturers and things, let's just say, get chaotic, and we're trying to pump out the content. But here you are on a Friday afternoon, sitting in front of a microphone.
Oh yeah.
On company time. With a whiskey in your hand. What do you think about that?
I love it.
It's policy. It's policy.
Oh yeah.
No, we didn't know. And I'm like, that's why we don't care, if you do drink or not. And Javon, we told him, our policy in this company is you can definitely drink when we're podcasting and stuff. In fact, we have beer at the store at the end of the day if you want a beer or something. I don't know how many companies do that. Is this legal?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Is it okay? All right, I just wanted to make sure.
It's legal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Microsoft used to do it back in the day when I worked over there. Yeah, on Fridays they'd allow you have 2.
Oh nice.
2 in the afternoon after lunch. You
I don't have a limit, but just make sure you don't drink too many, I guess. But
yeah, for sure.
The funny thing is the beer down the store, some of that beer's been in there for a while.
It is.
I don't know if
we tend to drink out here more because it's a relaxed environment, and we kind of unwind at the end of the week podcasting.
Yeah,
but,
and by the end of the day down there, I'm just going to go home, generally speaking. But we like to do these lives on Friday afternoons, and it's perfect wind down, have a cocktail. And
you said you were thinking of giving Javon a promotion already because of something when he grabbed his whiskey. I was laughing my ass off.
We're still getting to know each other, and he's definitely more into health and fitness than than I am.
Really?
So yeah.
Sorry, I gotta bust your balls, dude.
So I didn't want to assume that he did, drink, but I did point out that there is beverages if you choose. And you
did it very politely.
He chose to grab some Jameson, and we talked about mixers. He goes, "No, I'll just do it on the rocks." And so he went up a notch in my book. Yes, he's just going to have his whiskey on the rocks or straight.
Lurch doesn't even care if you can ship stuff. If you can drink straight. Well,
the great news is I can ship stuff as well.
So, nice.
Oh, going really well. Promotion already.
No, and we told Javon that during the interview. And again, we're still in the first week phase here, but I told him, I designed this company around, it is hectic and it is a lot of work. But I always said, I wanted to keep it fun, and I want people to, have fun, feel respected, work as a team. Basically, I designed this company as we started hiring people. Lurch knows, completely opposite of the way government operates. Cause I just worked for him for so long and I saw so much waste, and that's not a put down. It's just the way government works. You just see so much, and the policies and the, 400-page policy that nobody even knows what's in there. I know the military is probably the same way, and so anyways, I want to make it a fun environment. And so we try to do things like that. You can drink on duty. That's cool. And a whole bunch of other fun. We gave, one of the fun things I did, we did a YouTube video earlier this week. It's on the channel. I also did a Instagram short over at LAB-425-From Biker, but it was a quick interview, very, very quick, not long form like this with Javon, and in which I surprised him with a gift. And it's not like the best gift in the world. That's not what it was about. It's kind of welcome, and I find it fun because it's something that probably our number one used tool. And so in that video, Javon got I call it a custom box knife. It's not really custom. I'm just saying it's a nice box knife. It's the nicest that you can buy at Home Depot. It is. It does. It's got a wood handle. Yeah. I mean, it's not the cheapest. It's as good as you can get at Home Depot for a box knife that's not like just the cheap ass ones. You know what I mean? Like, it's got a wood handle. It's legit.
Yeah.
Makes you feel like, you got something,
Yeah, absolutely.
And some extra blades for him. And we presented that to him. And we had a lot of fun doing that. But we're all carrying that one now. We're all carrying the same box knife. So don't mix your fucking box knife up with me, Lurch.
I won't.
I'm going to have to engrave something on mine.
Yeah, we'll have to engrave them. Going back to the chat real quick.
Thanks for monitoring that.
Ross Tomes is always good with some pretty funny lines. But he says, I think Corey may be interested in selling his nickname to Javon, because Corey's nickname is Cowboy.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Corey's new name will be forever known as Dancer.
Who's?
Corey.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
According to Ross, because he's always
right.
dancing.
You're right. Makes sense.
Yep. We may have to.
Given what I told you guys yesterday, then that could be my name as well.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true too, dude.
That is crazy. Yeah.
That's true too.
But yeah, okay, Corey might be a tiny dancer.
Yeah. Corey, sorry, your nickname may be changed. As you guys see, Javon has really one-upped all of us around here. Really making me feel like a slob as I dress.
He's got some style.
Dude.
More than I've got.
Straight up, number one, we're ugly old guys. And so we bring on not only a younger guy, we bring on a handsome guy, dude. And
I got a serious question.
I got no game, dude. I feel like a slob every day I come in now because he's so well dressed.
We've given up on life.
I say that with the most respect, but I'm like, I feel like I'm just a shitbag, dude.
we're in our early 50s. We just don't give a shit anymore. We're like, nobody else is gonna want me.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm good. I got nobody impressed anymore.
I appreciate it.
But I do have a serious question. You said he's now the most handsome guy at Law-Abiding Biker. Who was before?
Well, me.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
That's why I'm so offended that he took my. I made myself that.
It was Louis.
It was Louis.
Louis, the studio dog.
Yeah, it definitely was Louis. He is handsome when his beard's all shaved up just right, dude. But so we're, as you can see, Javon has a great sense of humor, and we're already starting to week one here start to banter back and forth. It's part of his background, obviously, retired law enforcement and some active law enforcement, and then military. There's not a huge far separation from that in the way we think, and probably some of the way regular public and things we joke about may not appreciate, but you just, we have a thicker skin.
Yeah, for sure.
You have to survive those careers. So, all right. Yeah. So let's do this real quick. And then I got some other stuff that we want to do.
Ride longer and treat your ass with some respect already.
Oh, my ass.
Get hooked up with a premium butt buffer seat cushion. This company of bikers developed a super thin hospital grade seat cushion that's made of solid and elastic materials. And it's unlike those damn gel pads that'll leak if punctured.
Nobody likes a leaky ass.
The butt buffer is designed not to slide on your seat, fits all motorcycles, installs in seconds, easily cleans, and helps dampen those damn vibrations. With plenty of miles to choose from, they assure you'll have a comfortable ass when riding. Head on over to the Law-Abiding Biker Store and check out our full line of butt buffer seat products.
Yeah, I was just in touch with the owner of Butt Buffer this morning via email. So he's been a longtime sponsor,
yes,
and
he has.
We very much appreciate his support, and what a great product, and sales up 385% for first quarter, basically. So clearly people like it. So if you are not on the Butt Buffer bandwagon, I would get on that bandwagon soon. And does Javon have one on his bike yet?
Not yet, but we'll fix that.
Yeah, we'll have to fix that. With a butt buffer seat cushion.
You'll appreciate this because your wife's in the medical field. It's made from materials that were designed for folks that are in bed for a long time so that they don't get bed sores.
Yeah, it's a hospital grade material. That's where he designed it from.
I like that.
So yeah, it's a great product. We've been selling it for many years now, and totally back it, and had it on many long distance trips. So, all right.
Did you notice anything interesting about the logo?
Oh yeah, Javon pointed this out, and I've never noticed it. If you could, on the screen up there real quick, just Google butt buffer and pull up their logo. I've looked at this logo for a long time because I do all the podcast show notes, and so in there is that logo, and constantly ordering butt buffer and going to their website. Why I have 9 kids and whatnot. It could be you're having an issue.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. So it looks like a pair of wings,
I can actually, for the audience, you guys won't see it, but I can go here to butt buffer, and then I can bring it up as a still on their screen. Can you? Yeah, I can't. It's on this monitor here, but I've got it up. Okay,
so you're looking at it. Does it looks like maybe some wings or something like that, right?
Yeah.
What do you see in it above it, like in the void, if you will?
Oh, a pair of butt cheeks, dude.
Have you ever seen that?
Like stripper butt cheeks. Yeah,
have you ever noticed that?
I've never noticed that. Javon, nicely done, dude.
Yeah.
We'll have to tell him now. Did you mean to do that?
I just figured it was a part of the brand. I was like, yeah, that's keen on branding right there.
Yeah, good eyes, man. Because we were working on getting all the vendor portals into his computer, and he went, hey, that looks like a butt.
Are we still, can you monitor chat real quick? Are we still online?
Appears to, but let me look.
Okay. We should be, because we're going direct, but I somehow got off Wi-Fi. That's why the browser's not working. Dude, I can't unsee it now.
Yeah.
I can't unsee it.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude.
And I wonder how many of our customers have never realized that.
That. Yeah.
Y'all in the chat, just let us know if you can hear us and see us, just to make sure we're still up and running.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We should be, because we're going direct, but that's why that wasn't. Let's pull it up.
Look at that. There's a pair. That's butt. Mm-hmm. I just saw the wings. Look like a set of wings. I've never really noticed. We're still up and going.
Okay,
it says
good.
James Hawthorne.
I figured they would have said
that
something.
is a pair of cheeks.
Yep.
Great job.
Well done. Can't unsee it.
That's all I'll see from now on.
Yep. Baked in my mind now. And a fairly nice set of cheeks.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're looking at logo cheeks.
Yeah. If you're looking at
in the
cheeks.
Straight up, dude. Oh, I like how your mind works. Okay, so what were you gonna say?
One of the guys in the chat says it looks like a butt on fire.
Yeah, really? I pulled it up on the screen. Yeah. What else you got, Lurch? You got anything else for Javon? I've got some other questions, but
it's been.
Ask if the audience, if you guys in chat, if you have any questions for Javon or you want follow up on anything, we'll try to monitor that. Make sure you put them in the chat there. So. I want to ask a couple things. So week 1 here at Law-Abiding Biker, interestingly enough, I want to say this. We may or may not. God, I'm losing all kinds of connections here.
We're up and running. Everybody says we're good.
Yeah. I don't know why on this end it is messing with me. I'll ask this. So I can't remember. I know we asked you in your interview, but I think I remember right. And that is prior to applying for this job, number one, first prong to the question is, how'd you find out about the job? Because it seems like it was almost a guided thing.
Oh yeah.
And then the second prong to that question is, did you know, from what I remember is you didn't know really about Law Abiding Biker Media before the application. So tell the audience kind of how this all came about once we put the thing out.
So, quite honestly, I was scrolling on YouTube. I ran into the link for it, and then simultaneously, because I started looking for work outside of the nonprofit, and simultaneously, the post popped up on Indeed while I was watching the video. And I was like, this got to be a sign from God.
Yeah.
And I'm so passionate about motorcycles and so passionate about being a rider. And I believe firmly in rider development and bike development. So when it came across and I read the description, I was like, oh, this is a beautiful opportunity to not only serve the biker community and the rider community, but just do something I love to do. And, you know, I'm a firm believer as well in, you know, do what you love and call it work, like it says in the song Buy Dirt. And so it's a great opportunity to apply and give my shot and shoot my shot at least. So, you know, I honestly believe it was just a guide from God just to, you know, put it right in front of my face, knowing that I was looking for work and knowing what I love to do and what I'm passionate about, and knowing that I will give everything I have to serve the rider community, because I love being a motorcycle rider, and I love the just the atmosphere of being around other riders and talking about bikes and developing bikes and developing ourselves as riders. So great opportunity, and I couldn't let that slide by for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so it is awesome too. You know, you think, cause some of the folks that interviewed had known of us, and then Javon didn't. And so it's interesting actually to have, you know, we've been doing it so long, to have fresh set of eyes in here, you know what I mean? So to speak. Interestingly, on that note, we didn't do anything big for it. But I do want to mention it. As of March 13th, March 16th, excuse me, we hit our 13th year anniversary.
Wow.
So
phenomenal.
Yeah. So it's March 20th. So 4 days ago, we hit that mile mark, and we used to do bigger deals about the anniversary. How many episodes do we have out now, Lurch? I'm curious what we've done in
mid 400s, but let me look.
I would say that's probably accurate. So we're stoked about that. We should be more excited about
423. So next one now will be 424.
Okay. And we are excited about that. Don't get me wrong. It's just, once you get grooving and jiving, you don't really have time to just focus on the anniversaries. You just got to keep putting out content. And that's what we're doing. But nonetheless, that's a long time, I will tell you, to be in the space, because we are OGs in the space, no doubt. And do you know how many podcasts motorcycle have come and gone during that 13 years? It's unbelievable. I've watched people come and they do it for 4 months, and then it's called pod fade. Same with YouTube channels. They pop up and then they die and pop up, because it's a grind of an industry if you want to be successful at it. So I'm very proud that I don't know that there's any other motorcycle podcast. I think we're one of the very oldest that has been consistent and never taken a break. Same with YouTube channel, been consistent and never really taken a break. So yeah, clap to us.
Yeah, for sure. That's amazing.
That was weak.
Should have had a cake or something today, a little celebration cake or something. Yeah. It's because I didn't want to reach across. Uh-huh. He's going to make me reach across and do the clap thing with my left hand there. All right. So week 1 here at Law Abiding Biker Media, I want to talk about a few of the things that we've done and then get your perspective on it. Because most of the employees, I think all the employees now, have somehow been involved in Law Abiding Biker Media, whether, we have Matt, video editor, Daryl does some listing stuff. We've got Oscar, but they had all at least been on podcasts, so kind of understood. But this is a fresh, bringing somebody into the fire, so to speak, so I got some questions surrounding that. But we do want to thank HogWorks, guys. Here's the deal. HogWorks is built around two things riders actually care about: high quality parts and customer service that stands behind them. That's why they become a go-to for Harley-Davidson and Indian aftermarket upgrades. And we're not just talking. We run HogWorks parts on our own bikes because we want gear that fits right, looks right, and holds up in the real world. And we know it does because we use it. If you want to upgrade with confidence, check out the wide variety and array of HogWorks products we proudly carry in the Law-Abiding Biker store. Grab what you need and get back to riding. And if you don't see it in our store, like I said earlier, hit us up on our contact form because we'd love to get it headed your way. That company is also scaling at a quickly rate. I had a talk with them down in Daytona, and I actually asked some of those specific questions because HogWorks has always been there, but they were limited to just a few products that were good, and their product line is expanding. It's insane, and they're adding employees. And I even told you, remember, before they even became a sponsor, I go, where the hell did they come from? I mean, it's been a lot.
Yeah, they've really stepped up their game. It was between them and Advan Black, and nothing against Advan Black. In fact, I had a trunk from those guys, only because back then, Advan Black had a lot more information out on YouTube. I was able to watch videos about their products and whatnot, and HogWorks just didn't have a whole lot. But I'm telling you, HogWorks has just really turned it up lately, and their product is great.
Great people, too.
Yeah. I've got a trunk and all the docking hardware. Everything came from HogWorks. Honestly and selfishly, that's why we got into HogWorks, because I got a new bike, and I wanted some new stuff for it. And so we signed up to be a dealer, and once we got it and started playing with it, went, oh, yeah, we need to add this stuff to our store.
Yeah, it's legit stuff, and I felt like they were passing awesome. Advan Black. You know what I mean?
Say so, yeah.
Just in a company perspective. Again, nothing against Advan Black. We don't deal with their stuff necessarily at this point. And we just saw so many more products coming out because they do the lighting plus the trunks plus the and the quality we saw was what we were like, okay, this is legit.
And what I like about HogWorks is their painting is done in Detroit. It's done in
they have their own painters.
They do. And we got, by meeting them at Daytona, I got a little bit more behind the scenes information to understand how they kind of do their operation. All this stuff isn't just sitting on a shelf with color on it. You know, they've got a few painters, and the painters are working, and they do it in batches. And so that when you order something, it can take 6 to 8 weeks to get your trunk. But
just like a seat, it's custom made.
It's custom made.
Saddleman you get from us is custom.
It's painted here in the U.S. by solid painters, and their paint match. I've got the Onyx White and Pearl, which is pearl colors are difficult to match. That thing matches perfectly.
It does. I remember when we first put that on, and we took it out in the sunlight on the video and everything, and I was like, I wasn't, you just never know till you get a product in your hand and feel it and touch it and see it. And I was like, that is a legit paint match. Like I cannot tell that is not OEM.
And and their docking hardware, the chrome and black parts, it's legit. It's solid.
Yep.
Yeah. It's high quality stuff.
As quality as the OEM, just
or
without
better,
the Harley tax. Yeah. Even better. Yeah. Just without the Harley tax. So, all right. So here's what we did this week. Baptism by fire. And cause we just don't have time to slow down. We got to keep things going. But Javon's doing very, very well. But so Monday, here's the thing. I want to publicly apologize.
Oh shit, for what? Something I did, I'm sure.
That your first day at the company, you had to spend all day listening to Lurch's monotone voice.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Dickhead.
I came in and Matt was talking in his monotone voice and Javon was sleeping. Oh, that was my first vision. No,
somebody has to.
We love Lurch, but that's why he's called Lurch. He has he has that voice, and it's just it never fluctuates.
Somebody has to be calm around this place.
Then there's me,
and Justin, you too.
Yeah.
Jesus,
I'm a blend of both, though.
Yeah, you have. I can see.
And,
I can see that.
I try not to get too squirrely at times, unless I'm real passionate about something. Yeah. I can either be real squirrely or real chill to the point where it scares you.
Yeah. I think I have some of that too. Depending on what I'm doing, I can be super chill where I just, you don't even know. But yeah, if I get targeted on something that I need to get done or that I'm super passionate about, it goes from low to high real quick. And those are good skills to have. I mean, that's how you get shit done, right?
For sure.
In this world. Yeah. So he got to do that. And I just joke, about Lurch, but he's a great trainer. So he got to spend that. And then day 2, straight up into the studio here.
Yep.
So it was the first time he saw the studio. And we also filmed. We didn't podcast, but he got to see the podcast studio. And then we went out in the law-abiding biker shop and we filmed 2 product launch videos. One is already out, which is the oil filter from Figarati. And then we filmed the helmet hanger, which I've already done a bunch of social media posts. If you haven't seen that, guys, I'd get that quick because we're about to launch next Friday, that video. It's just getting done edited. And those things, we've sold a shitload just off me putting like simple Instagram posts. I was like, okay, so we got a massive hundreds and hundreds of more coming, but they will go quick. And we're hoping the manufacturer, I've talked to them.
Made in the USA, by the way.
They are made in the USA. Solves a problem. Unbelievable helmet hanger. It's going to be coming out, guys. And although we talk to manufacturers because we know the power of our videos and things, they still don't quite all understand, and they end up not being able to keep up production. So there's a lull where we're out and they don't have any either. So what I'm saying is, if you're interested in all the product information, since you're Patron members and you're hearing this, I'd go snag one because they are already going fast. You've already shipped a shitload, haven't you, Javon?
Yeah, absolutely.
And we haven't even promoted them. I just did a couple Instagram posts. So
we have a serious question in the Patron only.
When you start chat. That it's a serious question, I know it's not serious because you wouldn't have to preface that.
Bob Dawson, who you're going to meet. Bob's here in the Yakima area. He's a patron. And
we'll wait for a couple months before we expose him to Bob.
No, Bob's coming down.
I don't know that that's fair.
Bob's coming down in very shortly because we're going to have him do that slap.
Bob's going to screw them all up. He's going to taint his mind. And no, we love Bob. Bob's done a shit. Let me tell you the history here, Javon, since you're here.
Okay.
So when we built the studio lab, it took everything at that time,
right?
Literally funds. And I was right on the decision of whether I should build a studio because of finances, but I knew I needed to scale.
Yeah.
And Bob was part of the law-abiding biker community, patron member. And I was just doing videos. I decided to take the leap and it was scary. I still remember it. It was rather scary because I'm like, I got to scale this thing and we have to be able to do things faster. We have to be more efficient. I need a studio. We can't work out of the shop anymore. My wife's getting pissed at this point because she can't park a car in there. You know, she put up with it for years.
Telling the kids to be quiet because we're podcasting.
Telling the kids to be quiet because we're upstairs podcast. I go, okay. And we were starting to make money and monetizing this thing, but it was a big leap. It was that business decision that you're like, I got to trust God and I'm putting both feet in. And anyways, to get to the story, why Bob's such a wonderful person is Bob, he does construction, but mainly he does construction for us, but mainly he does painting. And he's out of business for a long, long time and they're local here. So you'll get to meet him. But Bob reached out and said that they paint stuff, they do some charity stuff and help community, multiple free paint things a year. So he reached out to me when I was building this because I was like, I was just stretching funds. And he agreed and offered to paint. So this entire facility that you're looking at is painted completely for free inside and out by his company.
Oh, sweet.
So
phenomenal. That's
the power of our patron community and you're already realizing that, these private chats and broadcasts. But anyways, I at least wanted to give the backstory on Bob. And so since then,
shout out to Bob.
Now we're at a better place. Now we can afford to just pay him and he's given us discounts and we're so appreciative of that.
Absolutely.
But, we feel like obviously he can't have him do stuff for free anymore and we're more than glad to pay him. And so, but he's done a lot of work at the store, all that slat wall and he took out
all the paint.
We took out windows,
and
but
some construction.
He constructed. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah.
So here's the question.
Moving on.
Yeah. Bob says, got a question for Javon. Are you coming back on Monday?
Oh yeah, I'll be here.
That's a good question.
I'll be here.
That's a fair question.
Fair question, Bob.
Yeah.
Fair question. I was going to end the podcast with that, so we'll just get it. So yeah, that's great. So
video day and Tuesday.
So video day Tuesday, and we shot those videos, and then Wednesday was back in the store. Thursday was in the store, and I've just been editing and doing video, and then Matt's I've tried to been staying out of the way a little bit, but also I've did a little bit of training with you, give you my vision of the storefront and all that kind of stuff. So because I know that you obviously got hired and there was a lull between when we brought you on, just because of schedule, our schedule mainly. and I know you learned a little bit. I saw you liking some posts and following. You obviously got an understanding of what we're about, what we stand for. But I will ask you, what was your first impression of, let's talk about the studio here, coming out here in the film? Was it, and we ask other Patron members that we get on the mic here, because they see it on video for years. And then does it, what do you think it was? Some people are like, God, it's way bigger than I thought. You don't know how it looks on video. And I don't know what you had seen before that, but what was your first impression about video day and kind of how we run things? Was it completely different or very much what you thought, how we shoot a promo product video in the shop here?
I think it wasn't different from what I initially expected because the quality is just so great on the content. However, I was surprised, and
I love hearing this stuff.
Don't beat me up for this.
No, we won't.
I'll give you a run for your money if you got. But I was surprised that gentlemen of your generation.
He just called you old.
No, this is great. I love this.
Was so keen on the process of filming.
Interesting.
Because typically, older, and I hate to say older.
No,
older generations.
Just say it. We won't get mad. We get what you're saying.
Yeah, older generations don't invest the time to understand, okay, the lighting, the angles. And I remember you mentioned the hero shot and stuff like that when we were doing certain things, and I was like, okay, they got it. They understand, and they actually took the time to. So, and that just, it made me proud to be a part of this even more so than I already was, because you guys literally invest the time and energy and effort into providing for the community on a different level than most people, even at a standard corporate level, would do for their communities or for their brand. And I say it time and time again, I'm all about community, and you guys showed me, even, and if you notice when we were filming, I was very quiet, because I was just paying attention to the little things. And that's one of the things that I do. I pay attention to the very little things and the character of people, and just the energy and the effort that you were putting into every single take. No matter how many takes it was very interesting to me. And I didn't expect that. Even though I saw the quality of the video, I was surprised to see that the effort that you guys put into every single take, and the notes and everything. It was phenomenal.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
No, I actually like that. Whether it was good or bad, because you get inside a vacuum, right? And I don't get to, so I love asking people that, what was it like, and so to hear that stuff is good. Yeah, we've always done things, and I'm a little bit, I think a lot of people, and I get the older thing. That's a totally way to put it. It's the easiest way, because I will tell you, I know most people, and I know a lot of people my age, including people we hang around with, that they just kind of get to a stage in their life where they don't want to learn that new stuff, right? I've always had a passion for film, even from a young man, and video and tech. Technology. I freaking love technology. So I'm a little bit different than my demographic for the most part, which puts me in a good space, right?
Sure.
Because I can pick it up. And I've been doing it, like we say, for 13 years now. This is not how it started. It just started, not knowing anything really about, film lighting. Back then we were running around with a legit handy cam. My first videos were a handy cam. That was 14 years ago when I first did YouTube.
Yep.
But the space has, done a lot. And I always say that. I'll tell you just because it's an open conversation. And I've had this with Matt. I've had to tweak a lot of things, but there's certain things I won't tweak. And I see, because I get to hang around other channels, and everybody does it their own way, and there's plenty of space there. So none of that is to put down those channels. But I have deep talks with Matt about this, about should we change this or because all of them are doing a quarter of the work I'm doing. But it's why people come to our channels, Matt will remind me. And we get a shitload of views. And so what I'm getting at is, even that video there, you saw, very well scripted.
Yeah.
I had to make sure, it's not a teleprompter, but I have to make sure. I have a very way of teaching and making sure that we're getting the points. But on top of that, we're shooting with, mist filter. I don't know if you know, that was on that camera, a very specific mist filter that I use. And then on top of it, I take that footage and I color grade it. I put a LUT on it. All the stuff that most other channels will just put out an iPhone video.
Yeah.
I have to have a certain aesthetic, and I think you guys see that in my videos, how things look a little bit softer, a little bit more cinematic. I don't want it to look digital. There are times, like if you're just doing a quick vertical on a phone, everybody expects that, but I think it's why our channel stands out a lot more, aside from the first and foremost is quality content. You could actually do a fairly medium job, and if you have great content, you'll survive. But I kind of like to do both, but I'm always fighting that because it takes a lot of extra time that I do that other channels don't do to put into the aesthetics of the video.
Yeah.
The audio, the lighting, anyways. So it makes me feel like I'm doing the right thing when you fresh come in here and tell me that you appreciated the effort that goes into those. Yeah. And that takes, I don't know if most people know that, how many takes you think it's just a simple oil filter video. It has to be right.
Yeah.
It has to be right, and it has to fit my channel and what people expect from me. And I kind of expect a lot from myself. So yeah, thank you for that feedback.
Absolutely.
That's why I love asking those questions, because we haven't asked this question, guys, off camera at all. Just kind of put him on the spot to see what he would say. So getting to video day there, and that video, which you got to see, not only the video shot, that's rare, but I edited it and got it out by Friday because I wanted that video out. So you got to kind of see the whole process up to this morning, where sales are ding, 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 already coming in on the filters because people are stoked about them.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you're going to really see that Monday morning.
After all,
how many orders do we have to fulfill? Which is fine. That's what we do, right?
Yeah.
But you're going to get to see that whole process, kind of how we do. And then we do a lot of videos that, are just helpful. Like I just put out a front wheel removal video. Nothing for sale, nothing for just straight up quality ass video on how to remove the front wheel from your Harley Davidson. So I still love just helping too. We try to do both, but we have to monetize, right?
Absolutely.
Otherwise I can't help anybody.
That's the core, though.
I can't help anybody.
Bikers Helping Bikers is the core.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
It's always got to be that. And even though I'm selling a product, we still did a very educational tutorial on how to clean it, how to take it apart, how to, you know what I mean? Yeah. So even though, yes, you buy one if you want, nobody's forcing you to buy one, but here's why it's good. Here's what we've done our research. Here's how you take it apart. Here's how you clean it. Here's why you might want to use it over an OEM filter. And here's the benefits. And so still be very helpful, and also have a product that we can sell. That's something that we trust and use ourselves. So we got through that. And then now we're sitting here. You've been on some podcasts before, right? How was this experience in comparison to others? Good, bad, indifferent, same? I don't know what setups or anything like that you had. Have you done live ones before?
Yeah. Okay. So I actually used to host a podcast called the Fatherhood Exclusive.
I think you told me this.
Yeah. Clearly, I know a lot about fatherhood, but
you're an expert, dude.
Yeah. Well, I have my ups and downs for sure, but and I've been on quite a few podcasts as a guest. However, I think everything is very intentional here, and I love that. Everything has its place. Everything is used for a specific reason, and some people, and I understand it's a growing thing. Not everybody starts a podcast and then just knows absolutely everything to do. But I think you guys have stewarded this well, and again, I'm proud to be here, and I feel home.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, it's great. It's great. Yeah, I say this is the best setup that I've experienced, and that's truly. I'm not just saying it just because I'm here, but yeah, definitely the best setup that I've experienced. No,
and I know you wouldn't just say that. Obviously, we've known you even just a week. You're definitely free to say whatever you want. We don't tell guys what to say, So, obviously, it didn't start this way. Yeah. We started humbly like everybody else. In fact, my first podcast one back in March 16th, 2016. Don't listen to it. It's horrible. That's where you start. And I leave that stuff up for a reason. Mm-hmm. A lot of people take their old shit down. I've never taken one video down. I want people to know where I came from. Yeah. That is where I started, and that's what I knew. And I was willing to just do it and get over the fears of being in front of camera, being on a mic to where we are today. I did it in my daughter's closet.
With an iPad
and a condenser mic,
right?
Yeah. And I did it because that was soundproofing, right? She had all her clothes hanging, and I was able to put a chair in there, and that's the only soundproofing I had. I at least wanted to make it sound semi-professional. It sounds like shit still. But anyways, I leave that stuff up, so that, the studio, obviously the setup here has been, 13 years in the making.
Yeah.
But we're very blessed. I always say that to, I thank the Lord every day for, the ability to create, the opportunity to create, and for the equipment that I'm allowed to have to make the stuff we do. And that is really a thing I thank the Lord for every day, because not everybody can, get to the level where they can have the equipment. A lot of that, the reason we've grown so much, is right here, what we're doing. And that is our patron members. We have the store, and it's definitely become number one now. Didn't used to be that way. But our patron members are so crucial, because the store is the store. They're the foundation.
Yeah.
And their monthly contribution has allowed us to do this. Their monthly contribution has allowed this equipment. That came from them. It didn't come from the store or anything like that. Back then the store was very small. Even when we built the studio, the store was still very infancy stage, so to speak. And so even though that's still, the business has different segments, the patron member and the funds that they allow us operate a lot of this side of the business, where we can just get on mics, help bikers, have chats, entertain. So it's just so crucial, the patron member funds that are coming in, the community part of the business, right? And them in the group. Javon's in there now, guys. What is your Facebook thing? His name, so they know how to at him.
Yeah, is it just your name?
Javon Burke.
Yes,
yeah, that's what I thought.
Burke, yeah.
I looked at it last night. I think I tagged you. I just want to make sure that's what it was. So Javon's in there now. And of course he's going to be interacting in there. He's getting settled in, so he can't do everything all at once, but he will be in there, to try to scroll through, as we always do. Me and Lurch have been so busy trying to keep things afloat until we got Javon that we had to back out just a little bit, because you guys handle stuff in there a lot, but he'll be in there. So if you have store questions, stuff like that, if he sees them, he's of course going to try to answer you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Obviously, if he doesn't, the best way is the contact form at the store. That way, just understand, you guys know we get super freaking busy. And when you're scrolling through Facebook, you try to see as much as you can in the group, but you'll definitely miss stuff. So if it's important, you haven't got a response and you need help, then obviously the contact form over at the store is the way to go. Or, you guys can hit the main website contact form. We'll bump it over to that folder either way. But we'll be talking more and more to Javon. Now we love our patron members. We want you to become a patron member. We want to get to know you better. We want you in the private Facebook group. We want to give you benefits, but hey, the only way you want to support us is through a flat donation. Well, we never balk at a flat donation. I want to thank the following people.
We'd like to thank Jason Morris, Jason Griffin of Redmond, Washington. I put the wrong stuff in there. Those are patron members. Nonetheless,
dude. Good.
Oh, no. He's also a top tier patron.
Okay,
That's right.
And he donated. Jesus, dude.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe I had the people in the wrong spot. But then Jim McJenkins of Northport, Alabama, also a patron, sent us a substantial donation. He'd exchanged a helmet, and we'd put a cardo in it for him.
Specifically,
which we don't normally do, but he's a patron member. He's like, hey, I don't know how to put this thing in. Can you put it in for me?
Courtesy of Lurch.
So I installed it and sent it to him, and he needed a different size helmet. So he sent it back. We took the cardo out and put it in a new helmet and sent it. So he's very appreciative and gave us a very nice donation for that, because I didn't charge him, and he was flabbergasted that we didn't charge him to do that. So he just took it upon himself to give us a donation. So Thank you, Jim. Very not necessary, but very appreciated.
Yep, you won't get that at RevZilla or JMP Cycles or any of those. Not talking about the big corporate stores, but they are corporate, and we still give a level of service. And again, the core, and I think Javon knows that now, is we are using, testing, installing, and learning most of the products in our store. Not every wrench that we carry we're going to test right away. It may be a while, or but we've at least trusted it, and we've touched it.
There's
felt
very
it.
few of those tools that we carry that are not in your toolbox.
Correct.
Let's be honest.
Correct. Yeah, that's true.
You have a mild addiction to
tools and motorcycles. But anyways, yeah, that's how we're trying to be different and that level, which takes us a lot of time, but it's worth it. We answer so many questions to bikers that you would never, ever get answered over at the corporate stores because they simply don't know. It was just a product they sucked in and they've never used it, touched it. They'll tell you whatever the manufacturer tells about it. That's the response you'll get. With us. We can say, actually, we've had that issue. Here's how we fixed it. Or we've heard of that before and he said this. We can kind of pass that information. But it does take a lot of time. So those kind of donations, people leave tips in the store when we help them. When they purchase, not only do they purchase from us, they leave a tip. And because we've helped them and walked them through and shopped with them and guided them, something that you won't get. And it does take a lot of time. So those are appreciated very much because it does take a lot of time answering the emails. We're happy to do it, by the way, making those connections and stuff. And Javon's already seeing some of that this week
sure.
In emails.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Again, I'm about community and just the interaction with our customers and our Patron members. It's a beautiful thing when people can come together for, like-minded things like motorcycles. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's tight. It's tight community. And couldn't be prouder to be part of any community. The biker community is the best as far as I'm concerned. I've been a part of a lot of different communities. So Lurch, do you have any, or Javon, Lurch, why don't you, do you have any questions for Javon before we get close to taking it out here?
How was your experience with the gentleman that wandered in this afternoon that he was riding a scooter or something like that? May have been a former or maybe a current user of methamphetamines. How'd that go?
It was very interesting. I did my best to serve his appetite for somebody to listen to him.
Yeah.
And some people just need somebody to listen to them, whatever it may be.
I got to tell you.
However, yeah, go ahead.
I got to tell you that I appreciate you being here because I tend to be the magnet for those people. I've had folks come in and they just, I don't know what it is. My wife says people just talk to you. So I'm glad that you have that same, I don't know, magnetism or whatever. Maybe you can help me out a little bit. Yeah.
Well, I know this guy's entire life story at this point and didn't even tell me his name. So don't know his name, but yeah.
It's rare, but occasionally, we have some people wander in because that is a main thoroughfare.
They walk that street sometimes.
They walk it up and down, and they decide to pop in. I don't know if they just dig the sign that we got out there, the law-abiding biker stuff.
They're just
maybe
bored.
It's the disco lights.
Because he walked right next door right after that to the thrift shop. And
he might be just going down the block and talking to people.
He's just looking to kill time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but, people that will listen. Good for you, though.
He killed my time.
Yeah.
I will. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. You're as a business owner or a business, as a business, you're kind of stuck there with the customer until the point where you're like, okay, you're obviously not going to buy anything. We need to.
Well, and you're not even a motorcyclist.
Or motorcyclist. You're not interested.
You have to make that evaluation.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a lack of purchase because sometimes people just want to come and check it out. So you're right. But yeah, obviously they're not there for any type of productive.
Some mental things going on. And you just kind of have to lightly shoe. And yeah. You did well.
Yeah.
You did well.
But I'm like on the verge of losing my marbles because this place is so busy. So thank you. We're happy to have you. You've been a quick study this week. He's getting into things really quick and figuring out. So appreciate it because, I've been on the verge of a breakdown, I think, for a little while.
Yeah.
So, thank you. Appreciate it.
Lurch has been at his max. We both have. And, I think it's the best way too sometimes, especially your personality. You're like me. I'd rather go in and just give it all to me.
Mm-hmm.
Give it to me. We'll figure it out. I'll sift through it. And I know there's going to be follow-up and I'm not going to understand everything, but I'd rather than sitting bored, one task at a time. You know what I mean?
Day two, I said, hey, I was thinking last night, if I'm telling you how to do something and it's like really easy for you, you won't hurt my feelings to go, yeah, I understand that.
Right. Yeah. And here's what Lurch's wife does, especially if he's had a cocktail or two.
Are you telling stories already?
He re-stories shit. And I'll tell you as his longtime friend, and his wife will just go, heard it once, twice, 3 times already. And he just goes, grabs his drink and shuts up. So
he holds up 2 fingers.
2 fingers. That's
Heard
right.
it.
Heard it. Yeah. I thought it was once.
No,
it's just 2.
like this.
Heard Heard it.
You know, I love my wife. My wife is so patient with me. And I was telling Matt this earlier this week that, you know, my stories can, I say long story short, but they turn into short story long.
Yeah, that's me.
That's me as well. Sometimes I circle back around and she's like, interesting. And then the next day she'll be like, yeah, you told me that a couple times. And I'm like, okay, well, thank you for listening. I appreciate you. So,
thank you for re-listening.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, Javon, before we take it out here, do you have anything that you want to say or you want to relay to the audience that I didn't ask you think is important?
I think it's important that we continue as a community to do some DIY stuff. I think this, I don't want to call out the newer generation, but it's so easy to buy a bike and flash it and say, I'm a rider. But how in tune are you with the ride? How in tune are you with yourself as a rider? Are you self-aware? Are you picking up on things that you're doing wrong that maybe you can improve? Are you wrenched on your bike? Are you getting an understanding of what's happening when you do what you do on the bike? And I think it's important for us to continue to steward that and invest in ourselves as riders in our bikes. Because again, these things can, it's a beautiful machine and it can go really fast, but it's also something that we love to do. And unfortunately, you know, there's a lot of our community members that have been permanently retired from doing what they love to do. So it's important to really understand what you're doing and understand the bike, understand the motor, understand what's happening so that you can become a better rider and your bike can just, it gives you more freedom, is what I'm trying to say. And so let's continue to you know, invest time into DIY stuff. And even if you're just, you know, watching our content and getting an understanding of what's happening and how to install certain things, it's important to know because you don't want to always run to the dealership and be like, hey, can you guys work on this? Because then are you really the soul of a biker? Yeah. I'd like to pose that question to you. And obviously it's a rhetorical question, but get some self-awareness and then also be aware of what's happening with your bike. And I promise you it'll make for a better ride. So just wanted to put that out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well said. I like it a lot. With that said, guys, we appreciate you being here. Of course, our beloved patron members have been in the chat. And sorry, I wasn't able to monitor it as much as I'd like because it was kind of in depth and my iPad here, my third monitor kept going down on me and that's where my chat was. So anything follow up in there, Lurch, that we need?
Are you going to buy any more electronics? Is this going to, whatever's going on over there, going to cost money? I'm going to take a credit card away right now.
No, it won't.
Oh, okay. You're making me nervous.
I think I just need to, I think it's a Wi-Fi issue.
As this chief operations officer, I'm also chief financial officer. And so I've got to monitor him because if he's looking at that and it's not working the way he wants to, he might just buy new shit.
Buy a new one, dude. No doubt, dude. I've never had this. It's just lagging, and I think it's the Wi-Fi connection. Are you on Wi-Fi?
I might be, but I'm not watching video or anything.
Yeah. It shouldn't really
hang, but yeah.
Yeah, whatevs. But yeah, we appreciate you guys being here. Just make sure, scroll through the comments there, that there's nothing else there, Lurch, that we need to address of major importance. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I know I did. And although I've worked with Javon for off and on for a week here because I've had a bunch of other stuff going on too, or sometimes I edit in different places. I'll edit at home, but we've gotten to know him, but we definitely got to know him better here on the podcast. That's what these are always fun about, you know, where we can just get on the mics. And I didn't want to ask him a lot of stuff until we got on the mics because I feel like it's more authentic, not to have answers. And so there was none of that. What I asked him was all, for the most part, I knew some of it, but a lot of that was completely new. So yeah. What else we got, Lurch? Been moving the first aid kits.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, first
a lot of those.
That's a solid item for us. Yeah,
always a solid. So if you're starting the season, guys, and you don't yet, go over to the LAB-425 Bikers store. We've promoted it quite heavily on the podcast and videos, but you can check out our first aid kit. Go over to that listing, first aid kit in the LAB-425 Bikers store, and just scroll to the bottom. There's a video there, kind of going over what's in it. But that sold so many for a reason because we thought it out. We've been selling it for quite a few years now. But there's so many on the market. We really wanted something that was biker, that made sense for a biker, because, you know, we can all overdo it. And then eventually you think you're like some Coast Guard rescue person. You got a Pelican case with first aid shit. You know what I mean? Like, we're like, what can a biker actually carry? and what do you actually need if you do go down? What are the life-saving things? Obviously, a tourniquet was huge for us. Got to have a tourniquet. So that's in there. And then all the other little necessities, and it's compact. It's in a nylon molly bag. We show in the video kind of how it fits in your saddlebag. And for many years, we've said this, Javon, in the past, even being first responders and you military, the importance of good medical supplies and how shit can go bad.
Yeah.
Well, like for many years, we didn't ride with a first aid kit. We had tools, right? We had all that shit for mechanical breakdown. And then we finally pulled our head out of our ass and we're like, hey, we're first responders. We should all be carrying tourniquets on here.
Yeah,
and so thus the Law-Abiding Biker First Aid Kit was designed, and people have really appreciated it, I think. Yeah. No fluff, because it's
exactly. Yeah.
It's easy to get overkill. It's like, hey, that's not what you're going to be doing. Here's what you're actually going to use if somebody goes down, until you can get them to a hospital or something like that. So anyways, the Law-Abiding Biker First Aid Kit, guys, we always have those in stock. We appreciate you being here. Peace.